You've probably heard the saying, copy what works. I took that saying to heart and copied this Shopify store right here, High Smile, doing more than $100,000 a month, and it actually worked. Let me explain how I did it. At the time, I had one ecom store doing really well for me, like really well actually. And I had developed a very unique framework for myself, taking that one ecom store from zero to millions in revenue within a year. So I decided to challenge myself once again and try to prove to myself that it truly wasn't just all luck. So I cleared my schedule and decided to focus everything on this new brand. And as with every brand, I began with the most important step: finding the product. And to find the correct product, I needed inspiration. I needed to see what was working for other ecom brands, right, in other markets. And so I started spending most of my spare time researching ads from competitors on social media. And I looked at everything: competitors in Denmark, brands in Germany, new viral trends in the US, and then I came across something incredible. It was an ad that I was completely blown away by, which isn't easy with all of the amount of ads that I've seen. But it came from a brand called High Smile, and they had this incredible ad showcasing a video with a playful yet modern and stylish take on the teeth/beauty niche. And I loved their branding, but they were mostly selling teeth whitening products though, and I wanted something with a higher AOV to make more profit. Simultaneously, I had seen a couple of smaller brands as well seem to have success selling electric toothbrushes in Denmark. But this was even though they had terrible sites and branding, and that gave me the idea: why don't I take the branding and some of the products from High Smile and combine it with an electric toothbrush that has a stylish and playful branding? Then I could get that higher AOV than I wanted. I could sell it to the Scandinavian market. I could be a first mover. And in my mind, I wanted to make Apple's version of how their electric toothbrush could look. Sleek, minimalistic, yet effective. However, I still needed the main thing, right? The actual product. All of the ideas were great, but in the end, it's the execution and the product that matters. So where could I find a solid supplier that had a good looking toothbrush? After all, I had never seen anyone have one, so this seemed like a pretty difficult task. But after countless nights of researching suppliers and potential products, I suddenly came across the perfect variant. It was the exact product I needed. And the supplier already had incredible content for the product in the exact branding that I initially had in mind. And so it felt like a match made in heaven. So now I was finally ready to move on. So I wiped out the whiteboard yet again and wrote down my plan. Build an incredible looking website, do video ads that showcase the product and scale to the moon, and prove that the framework works yet again. And I worked day and night on building the site. I got a sample of the product and I did a bunch of video ads myself, and I called the brand Fine Smile. And I was finally ready to launch. And it was nerve-wracking. It was finally time to see whether I had what it took to become successful yet again with a completely new ecom brand in a completely different niche as well. But in pursuit of proving to myself that I had what it took, I turned on the ads and I crossed my fingers to see some sales. Just 12 hours after, I got my first ever sale on Fine Smile, and the numbers looked really good initially. And the truth is that up until this point, most had gone pretty much as I expected, and my numbers seemed almost identical to my first ever ecom brand, which absolutely took off and changed my life in the first couple of days. So at this point, I was almost certain that I had done it once again. But a few more hours went by and I didn't get any more sales. I crossed my fingers that the product just needed some more time to prove itself. And I did get another sale the day after, but not any more than that. So the product had a very difficult time taking off. I could get around one sale daily, and I did that for the first week. But when I looked at what I had spent on ads to generate those first 7 sales, I lost money. And this was a totally different experience than what happened to me with my first brand. Because 1 week after launching that product, I had already made a bunch of money. And this was when the doubt kicked in. Was it honestly just luck with the first product? Why wasn't this one working? I went through my entire setup again, made sure there weren't any large errors on the site or in the ads or anywhere else. And there wasn't. Everything looked right, but the numbers simply weren't there. I was so frustrated, but in pure frustration and ego, I decided that no matter what, I would make this product work. And so I immediately went back to the drawing board and I made some new ads, got a couple of influencers to do video ads as well, and tested the product once again. This time the results became slightly better, but still it wasn't good enough as to what I wanted. And I was now 2 weeks in and I had gone break even with my product, meaning I hadn't made any money, but also now I hadn't lost any money. I lost a lot of time though, and a lot of pride, to be honest with you. But on the 14th day of that brand, I sat up late at night working relentlessly on the ads, writing new copies, editing new variations of the ads, and set everything live once again. And on the 15th day, I got my first 3 sales ever in a day, and the momentum just kept going from there. Within a matter of a couple of more weeks, I knew I was finally on track to do it again, creating another ecom brand that I could be proud of using my framework and thereby making a living from. From that point, I quickly decided to get my first customer service rep for this brand so that I didn't have to spend any time entering customers and doing low ROI tasks. I also prioritized getting an exclusivity agreement with our supplier, making me the only business possible to sell our products in Europe. It was a long and tough negotiation, and I had to invest a lot into the company. But in the end, it's the best possible mode to your business when no one can sell a similar product to you. And I just made sure to reinvest all capital into new, better content so that we could improve the branding further on my site. One hack that I did was to get a 3D rendering expert to do the most crazy images with our toothbrush in a luxurious environment. He could literally just put the toothbrush in the most incredible looking bathroom, private jets, and etc. 6 months later, I decided to get a marketing agency on the business to help take care of some of the more repetitive tasks so that I could free myself from the business. I also hired a COO for the business that took over communication with potential business partners and the daily operations. One of the things that took this brand to incredible new heights was to expand into B2B sales globally. We had a lot of customers who loved our product that wanted to start selling it in different markets in Europe. Finally, I got a lot of influencers to showcase our product, and I invested everything into that, which resulted in us having plus 50 influencers in Scandinavia suddenly showcasing our toothbrush right up to our first Q4, which made the business explode. I just kept building the brand, implementing what worked on my first brand on this new one, and quickly the brand got to its first ever month doing more than $100,000, which was crazy, all in the matter of 6 months. And I even ended up getting this award as well from Shopify, completing more than 100,000 orders for this one brand. And from there, I never looked back. The brand grew further and further. I employed more people, and suddenly it started to feel easier because I had done all of these things before with my first brand. Found employees, implemented agencies, dealt with the logistics, and the first year ever, Fine Smile, the brand, ended up doing more than $500,000 in revenue with around 15% in profit margins. And year 2, it did $4.4 million in revenue. After a bunch of years with extremely hard work, dedication, and limited freedom, I suddenly got an incredible offer to sell that business as well. And after large considerations, I decided to do it. I sold it for a very solid valuation worth multiple hundreds thousands of dollars. And if you want to work with me to do something similar, hopefully check out Scaling With Ecom. There's a link in bio.